They said we couldn't do it. They said that we were going to get kicked out in the first round in divisionals. We said, they said, there's no way. No way you could possibly beat the Los Angeles Dodgers. And we did that. They said, this Los Angeles Dodgers is one of the greatest teams ever. We said, all right. They said, oh, the Dodgers are shoo-in for the World Series pennant. We said, That's right, ladies and gentlemen. Baseworld is going to the World Series. And with that being said, we got the Houston Astros. And with that being said, y'all motherfuckers better keep it very clean, or there's going to be problems, consequences, repercussions in this motherfucker. Matter of fact, y'all may cheat and we may still beat you motherfuckers. That's where we at right now. You know what I'm saying? I can say that because we have been essentially getting it in this pennant race. Like, it's just been absolute consistent play going on in Atlanta. And I absolutely fucking love it, for one. Because my thing is, as a fan of sports of different types, I hitched my wagon to one city. And that was a huge mistake. I'm starting to realize. But now, the Braves are starting to kind of erase that mistake and actually look like a team that actually want to be somebody instead of a team that signs a 36-year-old quarterback to a 5-year contract that has him the starting quarterback until his 41st birthday. Nah, I can't get with that. I simply can't. You know, the same team that blew a 28-3 lead in the Super Bowl and haven't done shit since. Yeah. I can't get down with that. But the Braves, they bring me into a brave new world. No pun intended. Of actually enjoying a sports team, a professional sports team for once in my life. Instead of constantly being upset and miserable at watching my favorite team lose to who's supposed to be the worst team in that league that season. Handing them their first W of the season. Shit like that. Like, that team comes up with creative ways to lose. And God damn it, I'm not a loser. So I can't hitch my wagon to the Falcons anymore. Sorry. But with the Braves, this is a team that actually has gotten their shit together over the years. And they've been on the cusp of the playoffs, or they've been in playoff contention for the last few years. It's our time now. That's all I got to say about that. With that being said, it's Tuesday. You know what that means still. Live via satellite, it is Gorilla Game Podcast. I am Carlos Crawford. I went to visit one of my dearest, closest friends earlier today, and she is pretty much on God mode when it comes to
I heard my name, even though
Dear friend, Kenny Whitaker. Kenny Whitaker. You got the end of it. All right, we're gonna stop.
What? Oh, God is good. There it is. There you're back.
We even get the introduction going.
God is good. Again.
Also alongside with us, my good cousin, Fuzzy Slick, Carlos Mackey. Hey, Carlos, let people know you're here, man. No?
I mean, I know. I'm here. You know, my slip. I'm just here, so I won't get fined. I'm also known as the sound guy, just in case, you know.
Yeah. Mr. Soundman.
Sound guy, tech guy, you know, all of those things.
He's not my Wi-Fi guy. That's why I got this terrible ass Wi-Fi. So,
Mr. Sound Guy, fix our Wi-Fi, make it look like we sitting on TV.
That is.
Oh, also, I want to throw this in. I want to throw my prediction right now. God damn it! Yeah, I'm gonna say, me with my chest. All right. Basedworld in 6.
Philly's not winning anything anytime soon, so I'm glad Carlos has this joy for his sports team.
Oh, this is a feeling I haven't felt in years. Remotely. As far as this is a feeling I've recently felt with my Gators, though. So it's like I feel like that every year about my Gators.
I did feel like that about feel like that about LSU a couple years ago. So yeah.
You understand? You know what I'm saying?
I understand.
You get the point. Hey, matter of fact, y'all won a whole national championship 2 years ago, and y'all are kicking y'all's coach out. You hate to see it, but there are very solid reasons why y'all are kicking y'all's coach out. We probably should have been talking about that as a pin count.
Probably so, but hey, maybe not. Maybe it's not needed. Who knows?
Yeah, nevertheless. Wait, I gotta log back into this shit? This don't make no goddamn sense. This is a travesty. This is egregious.
Travesty, I say.
And then you won't hit the fucking button. You know what? You know what?
Soundman.
You ring.
Fix it.
The volume was all the way down.
Never mind, Soundman.
Okay. All right. Let me try that one more time.
You know what?
Yeah, I can't help with that one.
Pin count brought to you by Blackfit for a journey in fitness.
Yeah.
Personally, you know, I don't have a good tagline for Kearney's jump. For Kearney's business. And you know what? I need to make a good tagline for Kearney's business. Like I made a good tagline for Cook Up Vibes. You know, I'll start making taglines for all our first businesses, goddammit it. Maybe they'll follow it. Like however, Kearney's a personal trainer, and he trains to the best of your, not to the best of your abilities, but his training regimen varies with all of his clients. There would fit best for the client. And who doesn't love a trainer?
He's going to pump you up.
and he may lumber you out. Who knows? Whatever you're looking for, he got what you need. You know what I'm saying? As far as that goes.
You think
So,
he can fix?
that being said, number one.
So you think he can fix this too? It needs some work.
Yeah, you can do that. He can do that for you.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Does he
Yeah.
add muscle?
Oh, he can add muscle.
Because I'm skinny, so I need muscle.
He said, "Because I'm scared."
Yeah.
Actually, adding muscle is a bit of like his specialty. You know what I'm saying? Like he kind of knows his shit about it because it's a science of building muscle more than just drinking a bunch of creatine and lifting large weights numerous times. Like you gotta have some regimen, and it depends on the body. He evaluates and puts you on a plan. To my understanding, consult them. Like, I left the Instagram. Hit them up. You seen the rundown. I know you've seen it. You've seen it. Now, as I was saying, number one, whoopsh. So I was listening to Jenkins and Jones yesterday, and I just thought it was going to be, your regular episode where they, talk hoops, maybe like odd shit like dinosaurs and space, stuff like that. Regular Jenkins and Jones and Cardi B shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They opened the episode just busting up teams, ready to discuss what it went down on Twitter over the weekend. And what it went down on Twitter is that the NBA dropped their, NBA 75, right? In which, have y'all seen that list?
Yes.
Oh, you know it. We're gonna talk about it.
First and foremost, there's 76 people on that list.
I'm aware.
Purpose
Foolish.
Huh?
Foolishness.
Mischievous and deceitful.
Purpose defeated. So there's that for one. That was my gripe. It's like, how the hell you get a tie for 75th and go, fuck him, let's have them both? What? No, you can't do that.
Hey, you can because one of those people. You can because one of those people is Charles Barkley. Okay.
God. And then like we talking about maybe 4 or 5 of those players in that 75 list. I have never ever heard of my life, and I can dig deep in the crates when it comes to basketball history. But some of these motherfuckers, they were probably like the goddamn fucking Lou Williams of their time and shit. Cause I never heard of these people. They must have been amazing though. You know what I'm saying? To be in this list. I can only assume. All right. But neither here nor there. Kyrie Irving's on that list. And like people were clamoring about why is Kyrie on this, yada yada, what have you. And Tyler, whose handle on Twitter is Dragonfly Jones, he, gave his take on it. And basically, it was essentially the fact of the matter that, he's every basketball player's favorite basketball player. Like every NBA player admires his game, right? As far as his play style, so on and so forth. It's just the personality off court that's,
Mhm.
a detriment, I guess you could say. But otherwise, it's like basically overall, Tyler was complimenting Kyrie's game. That's why he's in the top 75. Well, Kevin Durant sounds off. And Kevin Durant replies, that's because you're casual, right? And I saw that tweet and I said, oh no. They were talking about the tweets on the show. And the way Tyler said it, well, the way all of them said it, they just knew as soon as KD said that shit, he set himself up for failure. Because this motherfucker Tyler, as he said, he not them little like 12, 13-year-olds you be, eviscerating on Twitter. He was like, I was bred to this shit. I was molded by it. Like, I was around this time, he's like, I came in Twitter around the time of, your Tyler IMs and your Deezes and Marrows. He was like, I am Twitter. And you know what? I'm like, this motherfucker goofing or like this nigga full of shit. Nah, no. That nigga Tyler has been around since 2009. I want to say 2008, something like that. On Twitter, he like an OG, and his get down has always been irreverent sports takes. That's been the baseline. Him and his homeboy co-host LeJethro Jenkins. That's always been their get down. So like they built their crowd following off that. The fact that they're just really good at they have really good basketball takes, and they made a podcast on it. So it's like he gave KD just one simple reply. Does a little in fact finger emoji. He goes, a fully vaccinated casual. I said, boom. He like to scrub and cut the shit out of Kevin Durant out of that shit. But it's like with Tyler, it's all love. Like Kevin Durant's still one of his favorite players. And if he ever wanted to come on their podcast and goof off with them, he's always welcome to. So it's like it's all in good fun. And that's what I love. That's the one avenue of Twitter that I absolutely enjoy, where we can get these jokes off and you can get completely torched and be able to take that shit on the chin because it's all jokes. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, like, if we're not taking this shit seriously, I mean, so it's sparring. Yeah, iron surface, sharper than iron. I enjoyed the shit out of that. I was like, ooh, like reading the tweets. It's like watching the knockout punch happen. So like Tyler's take on Kyrie Irving was like pretty much just him jabbing. Like there was no real jab or anything. He wasn't really doing anything. But KD hit that because you're casual, and Tyler said like that, a fully vaccinated one. Ding ding ding. Oh man, I love that shit. I need more of it. Not really, but can't get enough of it. However, number 2. So listen, I'm surprised nobody looked at the 03 Lakers and thought this iteration of the Lakers is probably a terrible idea.
That's still early. It's early in the season. People like to jump to conclusions really quickly. We still gotta see what they're gonna do.
Y'all still disrespecting LeBron, I see.
Yeah, so it sounds like they disrespecting LeBron.
Y'all not gonna be happy until that man take the AARP team to 2 straight finals.
If he take them to the finals, I'm going to just laugh.
However,
He about to get ready.
fear that had they are not starting early in the season, which is absurd. I don't know any day, but to say after that point, I don't know what to say at that point because this told me right that this if you were telling me back in like when we were in 10th 11th grade, let's say that LeBron James, Carmelo Anthony, Russell Westbrook, Rajon Rondo, and Anthony Davis were going to be a team.
You gonna disrespect Dwight Howard like that?
I say Anthony White Howard.
I have hated Dwight Howard since he's left Orlando. Don't get me started.
That sounds like a personal problem.
I agree.
That sounds real personal. You need a couch?
I respect the fact that everyone sees him as a Hall of Fame talent. The numbers don't lie. But whenever I watch Dwight Howard, he would piss me off to the point where I would stop watching Dwight Howard. So that's just me.
Playing from owner's iPhone.
Now,
so basically,
either
you upset with the fact that he follows Shaq's mode? Because he's literally 2 inches shorter than Shaq.
Yeah, I remember that one summer. He got Hakeem Olajuwon to like teach him how to do the dream shake so he can like implement that to his game. And then
Yes, because he was a Rocket.
Yeah, and then he came and showed us what he learned.
Yes, and it was awful.
It sure was.
Because he tried to be something he wasn't.
So it's like, y'all gonna have Dwight Howard. Not my cup of tea.
I didn't say he's my cup of tea. I said we're not gonna disrespect him. Like when Dwight Howard is doing what Dwight Howard is supposed to do, which is set a pick and roll to the basket and get a rebound and get put back dunks and play defense. It's not that many people who played center who are better than him.
Sure.
Dwight Howard is Slipper's favorite center.
Completely understand.
No,
It's everything.
we all know who my favorite center is. It's Hakeem Olajuwon.
Oh, Dwight Howard.
It's not even close. Trolling me.
I'm sorry.
Honestly, to say your favorite center of all time is Hakeem Olajuwon, that's the perfect answer.
I'm a Rockets fan.
Well, it's a bias for you, but if anyone were to say that Hakeem Olajuwon is their favorite center, that's
unless you say Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
Oh yeah, I forget Kareem Abdul-Jabbar was a center.
I respect that.
Yeah,
but no, Dwight is like he's the best center of his era. Like we're not going to disrespect him, man.
Hakeem Olajuwon gives Shaq nightmares.
Yes, I know that. I'm aware. I watched that. That was beautiful. I was only a kid.
Case Kenny wasn't. You know what I'm saying?
Why would first of all, First of all, I feel disrespected that you even think that I would think that way. That's very rude of you.
I didn't know if you knew that or not. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you seen the documentaries I've seen, I don't know. Like, sorry. Excuse me. Pardon
Sir, I got excited when Joel Embiid was talking about he wanted to be like Hakeem Olajuwon.
He got to lose some weight though.
But the fact of the matter is, that motherfucker terrified, arguably, hands down, the consensus best center of all time.
Who's the consensus best center of all time?
No, it's easily Shaq. That nigga was a bully.
He's not the best center of all time. Shaq himself says he's not the best center of all time.
Can we not? So we just gonna ignore Kareem again.
Right. We're gonna ignore that Kareem Abdul-Jabbar exists. I never said Hakeem Olajuwon is the best center of all time.
I gotta stop forgetting about Kareem
Abdul-Jabbar. I brought him up once before.
What is wrong with me? Bro,
I never said Hakeem was the best. I said he's my favorite.
The skyhook is something I implement in my pickup game. What the hell is my problem? Kareem Abdul-Jabbar beat the shit out of Bruce Lee for half a movie. What is my problem?
Right, a whole half of a movie. The best center to ever live gave Bruce Lee, arguably the greatest martial artist of all time, the business.
All I'm gonna say is that strike 2 for you. 3 strikes for you.
Right. 3 strikes, you'll be relegated to the penalty box.
Correct.
So again, Hakeem Olajuwon gave nightmares to arguably one of the most dominant centers of all time.
That's what I was looking for.
That's what we can say as a consensus, and I'll put my name to that.
Yeah.
But the undisputed best center, no. That human being is Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay, all right. As long as we agree on that.
Correct.
I agree on that definitely. Like, make no boast about that, Chief.
And please don't be that guy that says Tim Duncan. Okay, don't do that.
Yo, I will kick you your nuts if you say Tim Duncan. You know that's a good answer too. Like,
he's a top, no.
He's a top center, but he's not the best center.
No. Tim Duncan is the best power forward to ever live. He's not a center.
Yeah.
But still, I'm still going to hate your head for saying that because he's so good, but he's so milquetoast. Like, everything about him was so fundamental. Like, that's what I hated about the Spurs. Such a fundamental team. It's like watching
You hated winning, basically.
Yeah.
Them fundamentals got to me like 5.
I love winning with a high tempo offense, though. You know what I'm saying? I like winning.
So you like looking cute. So you like looking cute.
Right. So you one of the people that Kyrie Irving was talking about when he
love scoring lots of points while looking cute.
You don't
love
like
getting still making fast break. Love a team like that. Love it. Come on. I don't like the motherfucking 1949, 1950 Minneapolis Lakers, nigga. Like, get out of here.
Whoa.
What I want to
watch. Ain't nobody said they like the 1940 anything.
Yeah, ain't nobody say that.
I just said you don't like winning because the Spurs, they played defense. You had Tony Parker running up and down the court like a blur. You had Manu doing ridiculous, bruh. Manu did Euros. Bama still can't do to this day.
Make no mistake.
To this
that
day.
Team was a juggernaut. All right, an absolute juggernaut. I didn't disrespect the fact that they were goddamn winners, because winners they were. I just hated how boring it was to get us to the win. Hate.
It wasn't all, but that's what I'm
saying.
You
know what I'm about to say to you, right?
The most excitement we got was when Tony Parker was slashed. Like,
so you know what I'm about to say to you, right? And it's gonna piss you off.
What?
So you hated the journey that they took to win.
More than anything in the world. Like, I hated it. Well, I respected the fact that they were winning, but I would watch a game and be so fun. A million and one thing. You could watch paint dry and it'd be more exciting than the Spurs game.
That's not true though. You didn't watch enough of them. Trust me.
It's true for not Spurs. You know what I'm saying?
No, it's not. They single-handedly whooped my Rockets. They are the reason we don't have more. I watch them. Oh, they exciting. It's just you not winning.
Exciting.
It's just you not winning, and then at a certain point, you know you're not winning, so it's not fun no more. That's what it is.
I'll say this about those Spurs teams. Those is one of the few teams my dad would say, now that's how you play winning basketball.
Right. They play winning basketball.
I think my point has been proven under y'all's noses just now.
No, because the Showtime Lakers also play winning basketball. They just had Magic Johnson, arguably the greatest showman to ever play basketball.
Right.
Yeah.
They still played the same fundamental basketball. It's just Magic also happened to throw a no-look pass in there every once in a while because he was capable of doing it. Nobody on the Spurs was capable of doing that. Tony Parker still can't pass to this day.
It wasn't fun. Like, that's my point. You're kind of proving my point. You're trying to give me a difference here, but you're proving my point here. These niggas were not fun. No, at least the Showtime, when they were doing the boring ass game, you had a little bit of fun in there with the no look passes and
that's because
dribbling.
Of the person that they had Magic.
There's only one Magic Johnson. There's only one.
And
his name is Magic.
He's so good. His nickname is his real name. His real name is Irvin.
My point is the Spurs was a team whose star players were as well known as the rest of the team. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know the household names, but they didn't stand out or anything because it was a strictly team game that the Spurs played.
But it wasn't. That's what I'm explaining.
When they shine. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that sounded redundant.
People don't need a person doesn't need to shine to have a winning team.
Right. But again, the Spurs,
because Jordan shined a lot and they lost a lot.
Right, they sure did. He was dunking on everybody. So which one you want? You want Jordan with no Scottie Pippen and no Phil Jackson? Because that Jordan,
Jordan with Doug Collins,
right?
Yeah,
that
Jordan is that what you want?
In that system.
But it'd be fun to watch, though. It'd be fun to watch.
Right.
It'd be fun to watch.
It will be fun to watch, but it'd be like having the early 2000s Clippers too. So.
It'd be like watching them Hawks teams with Dominique Wilkins.
Right.
I will kick you in your disrespect the Hawks again like that. All right.
It's the truth.
It's the truth.
But I get your.
It's the truth.
Listen.
It's like watching the Sixers with Allen Iverson. Does that make you feel better? Yeah, they fun to watch, but they ain't win.
Or, right, we can use all of our teams. It's like my Houston Rockets with Yao Ming and Tracy McGrady. Fun. We ain't win anything. We won nothing. Why? Because them Spurs was running amok in the NBA. Running wild. And the Lakers. We ain't had no fun, no chance. So again, you could die on that hill all you want to.
Reggie Miller with the Pacers.
Fun. L's.
And when he finally did win, malice happened.
Right.
Yeah, that's for true. That is for true. But still, you can get an exciting team that can still win championships. You know what I'm saying? Like y'all saying the shit like goddamn impossible. All right.
No.
No,
No,
we're not saying it's impossible. We're saying
Miami
it's the road. We're saying it's the road less traveled.
Yes.
That Miami Heat team, albeit the fact that I hated the fact that LeBron did that whole decision special. I don't care I will announce sports ticker. Donated to the boys girls of America in that area. So he went, fuck you. That's fine. Conclusion of it. All right. However, when they actually admitted they were fucked and I couldn't do that shit. And they ended up going back. You know, so like, it all depends. It all depends. Me personally, I like a couple of star players that livens up the team a little bit, makes them a little fun to watch. But I also want to keep the balance of, you know, it's not just two players on that team. I also need a team of role players as well. Is the San Antonio Spurs not a team of very good role players? Guys? All right.
They are, but they also have Manu Ginobili.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah. Right.
Number 8. So, the definitive edition. Manu was the standout? Was a star?
No, they had 3 stars.
Right. Parker, Duncan, and Manu. And then
they
they
took
got
turns
Kawhi.
being the star. Right. They took turns being the star. That's the thing that's why I am defending them as much as I am. They didn't have one star at any given moment. Tim Duncan about to drop 40, and he would drop 40. The next game, Tony Parker dropped 46. The next game, Manu dropped 38. While Tony Parker dropped 30, while Tim Duncan dropped 32.
Depending on who the game came to that night. All right, I get what you mean.
So that's why I'm saying it's not boring. You had to watch more. Like, if you solely watched San Antonio in the playoffs, I agree with every statement, Los, that you have made. But you got to watch, like, because they were in your division and in your conference, you probably didn't see that much. I know what it looked like because they whooped us. I see.
I
first-hand experience. It is terrible. Like, and that's how they lull people to sleep. Like, people think it's boring. And you go out there expecting to see boring. Sleep. Right. They rock you to sleep.
Mm-hmm.
Like they're like prime Muhammad Ali. And it don't make sense to most people. No. But they rope-a-dope you.
No.
They rope-a-dope a whole bunch of Bammers. And then, you said what?
What happened? For 4 quarters straight.
Yes, and did that. Rope-a-doped you.
That's it.
And then the
no
fourth quarter.
No nothing. Just once they get that lead and put your ass in that motherfucking sleep roll, L your ass out. That's just the tempo of the game for the rest of the game. Night, baby. Night.
Which is why it's rope-a-dope. Ali control tempos of fights doing that.
Right. He'd sit on the ropes and be like, all right, I'm tired. Come try to hit me.
Yeah, and there are acts of, like, you know, fighting in that process, though. There isn't acts of fighting against the Spurs.
That's because it's basketball.
Crazy back to the sleeper now.
It's different in basketball.
Like fight all you want. You're just swinging air. Like I
But
hated
that's
it.
what people did against Muhammad Ali. They were swinging air. They didn't hit him. It just looked like they hit him.
Right.
Yeah, but they didn't have Muhammad Ali didn't have motherfuckers in motherfucking sleeper hold while they were swinging for air. You know what
Yes,
I'm
he
saying?
did.
Like,
It was the
they were
rope.
swinging at Muhammad. they were swinging at Muhammad Ali. Like they were trying.
They were
to
swinging
beat
at the
shit out of him.
Spurs.
Muhammad
It's
Ali
called
is
it's
legit-
called transition threes. It's called missed dunks. It's called step back threes that didn't make it. That's
And
what it was.
turnovers.
And turnovers. That was the punches.
And you don't even realize the shit. That's what I'm saying. Dog. They just lull you to sleep. They just cut off your circulation and lull you to sleep. There's no fight, no like you can do the fighting, but you're gonna pass out eventually. You know what I'm saying? It was just boring to watch, but it was ass whoopings. You know
That sounds like you just used to watching Atlanta basketball.
Basically.
Yeah, probably.
Also, no rings.
Hey, oh my dick. Number 3. Grand Theft Auto, the definitive edition, comes out on Caleb's birthday, actually, November 11th.
Boo of the re-release of the games, not Caleb's birthday. I want to make sure that I said boo at the re-release of the games, not Caleb's birthday. I want to make sure my stance is clear on this.
I mean, yeah, nah, we can't boo because Caleb's birthday is on Veterans Day.
No.
I have friends veterans.
My dad's a veteran. Rest in peace.
Kiki's a veteran. I can't hate on Veterans Day. Davo's a veteran.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But not, yeah. So I recall, well, before we get the top of the fable on why you say boo that re-release, I recall a time where Caleb bought himself a new phone for my birthday. Think about that. So now,
Sounds pretty accurate.
now I'm looking at my motherfucking calendar, and I think I'm going to pre-order it. You know what I'm saying? Oh yeah. I'm going to pre-order it the week prior. That way, that Jones drops into my Xbox on his birthday. Just gonna send him game footage. Be like, "Happy birthday, Caleb," and he's gonna send me a message back like, "So." I didn't do it to make him feel bad. I did it to make myself feel better. So, however, Slippers, why are you poo-pooing on the re-release of this game?
All right, I'm gonna need 2 minutes.
You got it.
The reason I'm upset is because I've been waiting for Grand Theft Auto 6 for 6 years.
We all have.
It ain't here yet because they keep doing this stupidness with re-releasing stuff. Give me Grand Theft Auto 6 tomorrow.
How are they doing stupid shit with re-releases and such? They're trying to cash out the online game.
Right. Even more reason why I'm upset and don't want the remake. They are making me poo-poo on arguably my 3 favorite Grand Theft Auto games ever. I never thought I would see the day.
Here's the crazy part about it. They are very well aware of that.
I know, which is what further pisses me off.
But the fact that they're Easter egging it in their games now. You know what I'm saying? I subscribe to Strange Man on YouTube, and basically it's a play on the Strange Man in the Red Dead Redemption series or whatever. But he or she, they um went through a reference in Red Dead Redemption 1. And this is around the time that they were getting ready to drop Grand Theft Auto 5. And so basically the situation was that there was this guy and he was trying to get to like another he was trying to get out west or whatever, right? But he kept getting fucking lost in the desert. So every time the main character John would see him, he was constantly, lost in the desert. As he's, telling his story, every time you see him, he was telling you about how he's moving out west to start anew. And basically, the message was, we're trying to start a new game, but we're pretty much stuck on whether or not we should keep this online thing going, or should we continue the tradition that we have of just constantly cranking out games, but we kind of need the money for it. Hey, Slippers, what was yours?
What was my what?
Your takeaway? I mean, you're like what the situation is, not Red Dead.
I understand all of it. I get it. You need money to do the stuff that you want to do. I'm not saying don't get the money. What I'm saying is that online game after what was the last heist? Keiko.
Something like that.
Yeah, that heist after that one, it didn't need to be anything else added to the online. It ran its course. Like it's the same thing. It's like rinse, cycle, repeat. It's the same concept with the online community with Grand Theft Auto. It's like a new heist comes out, you have a bunch of people online trying to do the heist to get money legit and get the new stuff from the heist. Then after another, what, between a month and 3 months of the heist, new heist releasing, people are tired of it again. And they go back to being jerks online, just killing people who are trying to progress through
trolling motherfuckers, making the game
because right, because they're finished with the game, because they're finished with the game. They're finished with the online. It's done.
They've done it all.
They've done everything. We've been bikers. We got a business. We got counterfeit drugs and paper documents. We've done everything. What more do they want us to do in Grand Theft Auto 5 Online?
We also get to a point where Red Dead Online is starting to run its course as well. And they just started running its course.
Right. Bama's just tired. I'm tired.
Motherfuckers are starting to get tired of playing online. Bottom line. Like, it's not even it don't even have to be a conscious thing. Motherfuckers can be subconsciously tired of playing online. They just hop up online and get a kick out of fucking people's experiences. Because it's the only thing they have left amusing to do online. You know what I'm saying?
Right. You got Bama's that's the RP level, like 1,000, trolling level 50s because they just started playing or because they just came back because they took a year off or whatever.
Yeah.
Like, I'm like, bro, let the man cook. He trying to build his business up, and you out here in your little mock oppressor shooting missiles at Bama's and running away like Skeletor until we meet again. Like, no, bro, I don't want to meet you no more. Go home. Go do something else. Play another game. Leave me alone.
Yeah. Stop fucking up the experience for everybody else that actually is new to the game and want to get in and want to get all the shit done. You know what I'm saying? Or help them out even. You know what I'm saying?
Because you know how difficult it is to get Bama's back on Grand Theft Auto. That's why I don't really play it no more.
I don't play
Bama's
him
be
no
like, nah.
more.
Bama's be like, nah, bro. All they gonna do is kill us. And I'm like, I can't argue. I can't debate it. And I can't help you because I'm not that high of a level to do nothing about it.
Yeah.
You look at it, you know, the shit that they be driving like, oh, that shit look dope. But then you think, yeah, nah, I'm gonna get online. Trying to achieve that. Somebody fucking dumb get a mission dumb shit. Like, yeah, that's why I don't even play online anymore or at all. Because it's motherfuckers like that you gotta deal with. You are powerful to these motherfuckers. And then it's like, all right, if this is going to keep going on, and then I move to another, room, and then I do that shit. What's the fun in it? You know what I'm saying? And they've been trying to do things to prevent that, but it's like the damage is done at that point. General remastering is what I'm here for. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what I'm really here for. I looked at the remastered Vice City and Grand Theft Auto 3 and San Andreas, and I'm like, oh yeah, this shit's dope. And he's in about online, like somebody made like a GTA 5 version of CJ, and that shit looked real as fuck. But like, yeah, they went another direction, like went with a kind of cartoonized style, and I'm glad it did that because it better fits the like what's the word I'm looking for? I guess you could say the style of Grand Theft Auto as far as the aesthetic go.
Yeah.
So
No, I agree with it. Like in a perfect world, I would be happy with the remakes if the current iteration wasn't as toxic as it is. Like I just feel like the remakes are a cop out. Like, hey, we know we messed up and drug our foot with this. Here's the games you really love. Don't be mad at us. Sorry.
Right.
No.
because there's no reason that Grand Theft Auto 5 should be available on Xbox 360 and PS3 and Xbox Series 1, whatever the fuck it's called, and PlayStation 5. No reason.
None whatsoever.
That game has spanned 3 generations of gaming consoles. That's like
Yes.
a 12-year span, bro.
Yes.
Like, yeah, y'all need
it's
to
10.
bring out a new game. It's time.
It's 10. I think I got Grand Theft Auto because I bought Grand Theft Auto and my Xbox. I bought the 360 version when the 360 version came out. And like, what was that, 2011? 2012? 13?
Yeah.
The 360 version?
Yep.
Okay. So
This
I
game's
bought
been out
that
since
then.
2013.
So I bought that then. As soon as it was on the Xbox One, because that's right, because the Xbox One was on its way out and the PS4 was on their way out at that time. So as soon as those came out, I waited patiently for my Xbox because for whatever reason, that was the hot system. There was a bunch of PlayStations around. There was no Xboxes. So I waited like a month to get the Xbox. I bought that, Grand Theft Auto 5, Rise, The Son of Rome, and 2K, one shot. It was like, boom, we're getting all of this. I'm not leaving the house. This is what's going on.
Good game. That's a good game.
Yes, it's a great game. I did not leave for like a month. I was like, all right, bet.
Flash
And then,
motherfucker. That's right.
right, it was beautiful,
I
wonderful.
love beat 'em ups like that.
But that was 2013. That's my issue with everything I'm saying. That was 2013. This
Yeah.
is the year of our Lord
20.
2021. And we're
We're
playing
getting close to the end of that, as a matter of fact.
with no end in sight.
I'll
None.
say this. I didn't play as much as Grand Theft Auto 5 because I was a Grand Theft Auto San Andreas person. But I did get Grand Theft Auto 5. And after a couple days, I got instantly tired of it. It's like, yeah.
I want to put it to you like this. I want you to think of where you were, what day it was, all that. When y'all first heard rumors of Grand Theft Auto 5 coming out. Think about that. This will all lead somewhere. Trust me. But I want y'all to think about that. Right?
Like right now, I can't remember that.
No, I remember that.
What about when was it for you, Slivers?
For me, it was 2012 because I remember Grand Theft Auto 4 is the one Grand Theft Auto where I personally did not own or play that much.
And that one
But
came out in 08.
Right. And I
Yeah,
remember
that's the last one I remember having interest in.
right. So I remember that one because I didn't really follow it. And so I basically took my finger off the pulse of Grand Theft Auto for a while. And it wasn't until my uncle, who had beat Grand Theft Auto 4 and was just doing a bunch of, the stuff that you do once you finish a Grand Theft Auto game, buy all the cars and clothes and all that stuff and just roam
Darwin?
around, random stuff. Yeah.
Figures.
He was doing all of that. And one day he came over and he was like, yo, have you heard about the new Grand Theft Auto? I was like, no, I actually stopped playing it. I didn't really play 4. So he was like, no, you got to go on YouTube, and IGN just dropped the trailer. Whenever they dropped the trailer for Grand Theft Auto 5. And I saw it and I was like, oh snap. This is literally everything we've ever wanted in a Grand Theft Auto. We get to play with 3 characters at the same time. Oh, this is going to be amazing. It's probably going to be the best story ever.
Tits.
It was arguably the best story ever. It was.
Tits. What?
I said arguably. Arguably.
Because San Andreas.
I know. That's why I said arguably. I chose my words carefully. I didn't say it was. There's an argument to be made for it. I don't necessarily agree with the argument, but there's an argument to be made for it nonetheless.
Understandable.
So again, I remembered. I was happy. And I was like, oh yeah, I'm definitely getting this. I'm definitely playing this one because this one looks like, again, everything we've ever wanted and asked for in a Grand Theft Auto. This looks like more free roam than we can imagine and ever dream of. And it lived up to it. It was. But that was in 2012.
Mm-hmm.
And the end of 2013. So much has changed in the gaming landscape that if they would have just dropped a new game in 2018, 19, that's 6 years.
Well, here's the thing. Here's how they got away with it. Because instead of putting out another Grand Theft Auto, they put out Red Dead Redemption 2. That's how Rockstar got away with it. Because Grand Theft Auto canon goes, yeah. Like, nah. Me, personally, I heard rumors about Grand Theft Auto 5 around 2010, 2011, right?
Oh, man.
Exactly. This is 2 years after Grand Theft Auto 4 came out, and I had already beaten it like a year later. So at this point, I'm like, all right, this young was gonna slump. So I'm like, y'all got to make up for shit. When's the next one coming out? And at that point, we're used to Grand Theft Auto games coming out every year or two, right? Well, I heard the rumors, and they were talking about this shit isn't coming out till 2015. In which I said, what? So don't hold my breath on it. However, as more rumors came about, Rockstar was like, fuck it, we're gonna go ahead and roll out the red carpet. And it was around like the time you figured it out, where they finally rolled out the red carpet and started doing promo for it and all that. That is a 3 to 4 year span, right? We have enjoyed Grand Theft Auto from 2013 to what I thought would be the year they would end up releasing it, 2015, you want to say? By 16, everybody was done with the story that actually wanted to do the story, I assume. So online started popping from 2016 to 2021. They've been milking the online count. It is time. Which brings me back to this, right? I just started hearing Grand Theft Auto 6 rumors last year, like late last year. And Grand Theft Auto 5 has been out since 13. It's been 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 27 years, as opposed to the 2 to 3 year wait I had for rumors until the first rumor I heard about Grand Theft Auto 6. And even since then, it's been under wraps because it's simply that, most likely a fan rumor. But I've also heard a couple of things like a little more recently about the map being larger than all the other Grand Theft Autos combined, and it might be a countrywide map, so on and so forth. It's like, all right, the main character may be female. All right, that sounds cool. Y'all still doing that 3 character thing? Because streets need that again. So it's like, we need something. Goddamn it. Something. But yeah. That's all I got for that. And that's pin count. Kenny, if you would please.
Oh yeah. Inside the 5 time. This is where I would like to hear that when we go get some things going. Hear the dun, 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 dun. I'm gonna hear that.
Yeah, I don't have that.
So I know you don't. I know you don't have that. I'm just saying that's what I would like in the future. All right.
Yeah.
That works. What's the words? Number 1. This one is near and dear to my heart. Jerry Burrow and the LSU Tigers. I mean Cincinnati Bengals. I told y'all boys, don't let them boys get together. Y'all gonna regret it.
All right.
Only person that listened to me was Slippers. Because a lot of teams in the NFL.
God damn. I wasn't ready. I wasn't. Like,
I know.
I expected the girl to be that work, but to do that to Lamar Jackson and the Ravens, and the Ravens ain't no motherfucking team.
Like that, the secondary was hurt. So,
secondary was hurt.
Yeah,
our secondary been hurt all year. Like I've been trying to explain to people, we have.
That doesn't count.
No. I knew he was going to do that. Don't let that distract from the fact what they've been doing prior to that.
No.
Oh, yeah.
Let me take it. Look at what we did to the Chargers just a week before. Same defensive backfield. The very same defensive backfield. We made Justin Herbert look like a second-year quarterback. The very next week, we played Joe Burrow with a more talented receiver than Jamar Chase. Joe Burrow, don't care what anybody says. Just by looking at him, he has more talent than Justin Herbert.
Oh, easy.
Justin Herbert might have more potential because he's younger. But talent right now, Joe Burrow is that dude.
And let me remind you, he's coming off an ACL.
I put it like this. If you were able to judge a book by its cover, right? You look at Justin Herbert, you like, all right, this kid like may have something, he may got potential. I think we could work with him. And then you look at Joe Burrow, you like, oh, this motherfucker came to play. He means business. Like that's how he carries himself. Like Joe Burrow carries himself like I come in here to win, to whoop ass and win. You know what I'm saying? And it's not a boisterous type of demeanor or anything like that. It's just the energy. He bring that energy that like I don't have to say anything or anything like that. When I show up, we come to win. And that's exactly the kick in the ass and sense he needs. Now, as far as Justin Herbert goes,
All that to say,
that mother can play today. and that's Cincinnati playing. Like they try to tell you. So definitely.
all that to say, I told you so. You know how I like to say it. Number 2, the Cardinals 7-0. Kyler Murray, another person.
I already know about her.
Not you, the viewing public. Like I said, number 2, the 7-0, the Cardinals. Kyler Murray, another person I've been beating the drum on this show for. Again. I'm getting to the place where, people like to judge my football takes because they like to say that it's not enough analysis in it. You know what I'm saying? Not enough who has talent and arm deficiency stuff. My analysis of a player is, can the kid ball or not? And Kyler Murray can ball. Classic example that I like to bring up. Mitchell Trubisky.
Oof.
I called him Trumbumsky from day one. People say, oh, you're not giving him a chance. What more chance you need to be a starting quarterback? He can't ball. He don't win. I'm sorry.
Right, we're not going to do this today. I'm going to let you cook today.
Oh, how nice of my Wi-Fi to finally show up on connection. And I'm not dragging anymore.
Listen.
Thank you. Continue.
Look here, Slippers. I'm not going to get into this debate with you. I've been proven right with Trubisky. There is nothing you can say. Yes, I have.
Bruh. All right,
he said out of his own mouth, and I quote, "It feels good to be in a place where I feel wanted." You don't feel wanted as the starting quarterback? Maybe there's a reason for that. Why are you not wanted for a starting quarterback? I can come up with 2 reasons. 1, they don't like you. 2, you're not good. Or 3, a combination of both.
Mm-hmm.
I like that answer.
Are you done? Because now I'm going to have to answer in rebuttal since you want to stand on this soapbox again.
I've been proven right. I don't understand.
You haven't. I'm about to make an argument that might piss you off, and you might not be brothers no more, but I still love you. Are you ready?
I'm listening.
What's actively happening to Justin Fields, who we all believe is a really good quarterback? What does he look like right now in that same system that Mitchell Trubisky was? Trash. You know why? Because it's the organization. It's the coach. It's the offensive coordinator. It's the people
Mhm.
around him that are
Mhm.
trash. He's a
Everybody
talent.
else-
He's good. I don't care what nobody says. Justin Fields is good. Put Justin Fields in the Ravens offense and watch what he looks like. Lamar Jackson.
Lamar Jackson might fuck around loses.
The difference between Justin Fields and Mitchell Trubisky is Justin Fields has talent. Mitchell Trubisky does not have talent. And
How do you know
and
that?
even with the talent that Justin Fields has, he shows you glimpses. Even with him looking bad, Trubisky ain't show a glimpse of nothing but getting lucky.
Right. Okay. No.
Trash.
Right.
This he look like Mike Glennon back in college.
Keep fueling
Oh,
my
that's
point. Keep fueling my point. Because guess what, Kenny? What did Mitchell Trubisky do with no talent, with no flashes? He took that same terrible Bears team to the playoffs twice, won a playoff game with no talent. Remember, he a bum. He trash. Won a playoff game.
Taylor Heineke almost won a playoff game. What is your point?
Oh,
Tim Tebow won a playoff game. What's your point? There's no point. Many playoff games don't mean nothing.
You have to have talent to do that.
Do you really? Because I seen Trent Dilfer win a Super Bowl.
I'm just saying.
I seen Trent Dilfer win a Super Bowl.
You know, we wouldn't have won a Super Bowl if Trent Dilfer wasn't our quarterback. Did you see who our quarterback was?
That'll make him good. I seen Matt Hasselbeck win plenty of playoff games. You gonna sit here and tell me Matt Hasselbeck is a good quarterback?
He is a good quarterback. I'm not saying great. You're confusing good and great. Good is good. That good is good. That's what it is.
I can't believe you're sitting here. The audacity. The audacity of you sitting here defending Matt Hasselbeck. I don't know you anymore.
Bro,
Let the record reflect that Chris Chandler made it to a Super Bowl. Slippers.
Because
on the back of Joe Anderson. So, like,
this is what I'm trying to explain to you. If you're in a good situation, you can look better than you actually are because of your situation. God just proved my point for me and don't even
Mark
realize
Sanchez won a playoff game.
Because his situation was better than Mitchell Trubisky's situation. And even in a terrible situation, he won a Super Bowl. I mean, he won a playoff game.
Let me take a crack at this, right? What you're saying is Chicago Bears as an organization is an absolute fucking dumpster fire.
Yes.
However, that situation
They can't be a complete dumpster fire if they're making the playoffs. That proves your point redundant.
No, it doesn't.
Well,
yes, it does. Because you just sat here and defended him, talking about he took them to the playoffs twice. But now you're saying they're a dumpster fire. Which one is it?
This is what I'm saying.
Well, let me finish.
Is it Uchi Wally or is it one Mike?
Well, Kenny, can I?
Is it Uchi Wally or is it one Mike?
Let Los finish his point because he's trying to piece it together for you.
Go ahead. I'm listening.
Together before I lose my train of thought. All right. Now, is the Chicago Bears as an organization dumpster fire? Yes. However, is a dumpster fire the perfect situation for Mr. Trubisky? Apparently, yes. So
that just means he excels in trash because he's trash.
Hey, two ugly people make pretty babies sometimes. So
basically, that is literally the logic that I'm trying to explain without trying to say it that crass. But yes, that is what I'm trying to say. Because again, prime example, you just used the point that I was going to make with Trent Dilfer. Trent Dilfer's not the greatest quarterback of all time, but Trent Dilfer was better than Tony Banks that season. Why? He didn't turn the ball over. He didn't do anything stupid.
Often.
And he let the defense cook. And when Shannon Sharp was open, he found him. That's all he had to do. Literally.
Oh,
He had to do nothing else.
yeah.
Sometimes people get in their own way. Like Matt Nagy. He gets in his own way. He don't call the easy play. He's like, no, you know what? I'm going to turn you into Peyton Manning. I need you to run this 7-step drop with these level concepts. No, put Mitchell Trubisky on a rollout.
Simpler.
Put Mitchell Trubisky in a rollout. Let him make a decision. Put him in an RPO system and let him run. He's not Peyton Manning. My Ravens tried to turn Joseph Flacco into Peyton Manning. Why? It failed miserably.
You want to know where I'm putting Mitchell Trubisky?
I already know because you have something against him. Just
You want to know where I'm putting him?
With Trubumsky.
You want to know where I'm putting him?
So I have the that's my thing. College is a religion for me, so I actually get a whiff of these motherfuckers before they actually go to the league. You know what I'm saying? So I had to actually watch him because he was playing in the ACC. So, and they're all on often. There's North Carolina games on at noon, first game of the week of the Saturday, just about every Saturday. So if I so wanted to, I was able to tune into a Mitch Trubisky game. And I had on multiple occasions because I've had Saturdays off and I've taken the entire day to watch college football those seasons. Mitch Trubisky is above average. And I think that might speak to that conference as a whole when it comes to their quarterbacks. But that's another story another time.
You want to know? You want to know where above
average? And if you put him in a situation where he can work the way he works, you make him look good. You make him look like a stud. Is essentially the point, and that's essentially the point. That's the essential point of what you're trying to do here.
Basically, that's
Mr.
all I'm
Trubisky
saying.
wouldn't work. Mr. Trubisky wouldn't work any other place. I don't know if he's working. Where is he now? That's another question.
On the bench in Buffalo, where he feels welcome and at home. On the bench.
I put it to you like this: if Josh Allen get hurt,
better.
He is better. But if Josh Allen get hurt, they're not going to miss that much of a beat because he fits that offensive system. They're almost the same quarterback. It's just Josh Allen's arm is ridiculous. Josh Allen got a 99 throw power. Trubisky got like a 92. So he can't make all the throws, but they roll out Josh Allen. Josh Allen has more rushing touchdowns than Lamar Jackson. People don't realize that. That offense fits him.
Also of note, the advantage that Josh Allen has over Mitch Trubisky. If your numbers are in the 20s, you're not taking them down.
Why are we talking about Mitchell Trubisky?
Because you wanted to stand on this soapbox that he's
trash. On the bench and he's trash. There's nothing you can say. I don't care.
He's not trash, bro.
That boy is garbage.
I know how to get you.
Is garbage.
Hey, Los, watch this.
I guess we can go.
Nah, watch this. Before we go, Jalen Hurts has to be trash then. Eagles not winning.
That's totally different.
No, it's not.
Different.
No.
That's totally different.
No.
That's totally different.
No.
That's totally different. We got a first-year head coach with a first-year coaching staff with a quarterback that's made only his 11th start. That's totally different. That's totally different. Mitchell Trubisky was there for 4 years as a starter.
With 4 different offensive coordinators.
Same head coach, same scheme.
It don't matter. It was a different system every year.
Same head coach, same scheme.
It wasn't the same scheme.
Same head coach, same scheme.
How is it the same scheme and it's a different offensive coordinator for 4 years?
Every offensive coordinator
got their own scheme.
Nagy's the head coach. He's running the same plays.
He's not. That's the problem. Now you see what I'm saying, Los? I told you, you're not gonna like me at the end of this argument. I've been letting you cook for the last 40 years with this argument.
And here we are.
I've been letting you cook. You gonna get these bars today, and I hope Rook see this and he's laughing.
You can laugh all you want. You still trash.
For 4 years. So every
Trubisky
time
is
you say
trash.
Trubisky is trash, I'm gonna say it hurts, don't it?
Trubisky is trash.
It hurts, don't it?
Not the same.
Mm-hmm. All right. Nope.
It's not the same.
Since you want to make it personal, I got you.
That's
Every
not the
time
same.
Jalen Hurts do something, yeah, I found it. I got
That's
it.
not the same.
It is. That's why you smiling because you
Well,
upset.
Jalen Hurts,
You know I didn't.
they not like Jalen Hurts about to get checked out anyway because he playing Philadelphia and he got a short rope anyway.
No,
So,
don't make excuses
that
for it.
right.
No.
It's trash.
No, he trash.
Hurts ain't trash. Hurts don't
trash.
got an O-line. Our O-line switch every game.
So Trubisky had an O-line?
He had a better O-line than we did.
No, he didn't.
Our O-line changes every year. Our O-line changes every week.
So
for
did
the last
Bears.
3 years. No, not like ours. Not like our O-line. We had the most different combinations of O-line in the NFL.
And the Bears were number 3. The Bears are number 3. You want to know who's number 2? My Ravens. You want to know the difference? Lamar Jackson. He run better than all 3 of the people we just named. So again, this is what I keep telling you. You're gonna listen one of these days.
This is about Kyler Murray, okay, and the Arizona Cardinals being 7-0. Not about Trubisky not being good. Okay.
Oh, Los.
Yes.
Have you frozen again?
He's frozen again. Your talk of Trubisky has made him freeze.
See, I told you, bro. I knew. I told you. One of these days, I was going to get you.
Trash.
So that means Jalen Hurts is trash. Thank you for making my argument.
You're not hurt. You're not. It's not the same. It's not the same. It's not the same at all.
Wait till we get on the PlayStation track.
It's not the same at all. Are you back? Okay, I think you're back.
Are you back?
Guys, can you hear me?
Yes.
I'm back.
Now we can. Yes.
All right, cool. Because I'd like to say Slipper's excellent work on taking a callback and making it a running gag.
I'm not to toot my own horn. I'm pretty good.
It's not a running gag because it's not the same. Number three. The value of Russell Wilson. For many years, we've been on this podcast telling you guys if we take Russell Wilson off the Seahawks to see what happens. Well, now we're getting to see it.
Let Russ cook.
And boy, they trash. Geno Smith, I don't care what you got to say. Geno Smith is trash.
Well, we've all been saying that about
garbage.
We've been saying that about Geno Smith. And shame on the people that started to have expectations for Geno Smith after watching him come in and like do something and like they just barely lost. I said, no. That's just the drizzle of the shitstorm.
Listen, Geno Smith threw a pass last night on like a 4th down that was supposed to be like a deep throw, and it looked like he put his all into it. Now, granted, he was like running out of the pocket. Sure, okay. But that thing was so short, it's like a duck in the air. He got lucky that somebody dropped that pick because, boy, it was ugly. It looked like, you know what I'm saying? It looked like a little child wanting to test his arm power, but he's like 4 years old and he thinks he can throw like 80 yards. So he's just winding it up as hard as he can with all his might, and it only goes like 5-10 yards.
Like Carlton shooting the half quarter.
Yes. I was like, good God, this is what we've been reduced to. A terrible quarterback throwing a terrible pass.
Oh my God, look at Geno Smith sucks.
Yeah. Geno Smith and Mitchell Trubisky.
That's fucking hysterical.
And Jalen Hurts.
No, not saying. You gotta stop doing that. Anyway, we're seeing the value of Russell Wilson. Go ahead.
Also of note, understand how euphoric this feeling feels. That there's just no point, rhyme, or reason anymore to even talk shit about Matt Ryan. It feels great. It feels very great.
Who talks bad about Matt Ryan?
I mean, whether or not, there's no reason to. I'm no longer a fan. And it feels good, guys. It feels good to not be affected.
Well, I'm not affected either because it's not true from the statement. So, anyway.
Sure, you're not.
Not affected at all.
Jalen Hurts is not a good quarterback.
I got 3 first-round picks to find one if he's not. So, I don't care. Trash. The team as a whole is trash. So, it doesn't even matter. Our offense is not good. Just let it be known. Number 4. Has Pat Mahomes been figured out, guys? I don't know.
Oh. Hey, man, listen.
He hasn't.
He hasn't, but the team has been figured out. And that it's a concern because the boys are back in town. Like that essentially the same team from last season, and roughly the same team from the Super Bowl season. So it's like this is a team with chemistry. This is a team that know each other well, but it's like there's a crack somewhere in the shield, and I can't put my finger on what exactly. But it's costing them wins.
Oh no! All I seen somebody compare your boy Pat Mahomes to Josh Freeman lately.
I retweeted that. I saw that post on Facebook. I said no.
That's like good night. I hope he don't turn a $400 million quarterback, Josh Freeman. Good night. I don't know, man. He been struggling lately, man. Them turnovers were bad.
Yeah.
He tried that no-look pass like a couple weeks ago. That joint almost got picked. I was like, boy, you better stop playing with fire.
Yeah, the allure is starting to shine off a little bit, sure. But the Mother still got the exceptional talent to make those that few other quarterbacks can make.
Sure.
So.
But you can't make them throws. The defense has got you figured out and neutralized.
Yeah, you still can. that's the beauty of it. Because you still have Tyreek Hill to bail you out. And it's damn near impossible to cover Tyreek Hill on the fly route. All right. That's just the way it goes. You can't catch
Teams been doing it well lately.
You can't catch Tyreek Hill. So
keep that in mind. They've been containing them lately.
Nah, they haven't been containing him. They've been running on the defense, and then Patrick Mahomes is pressing. So he's not doing what he normally does, which if you watch the Chiefs, he only throws the ball deep to Tyreek Hill 3 times a game. It just so happens that usually all 3 of those times, it's a completion. And at least half of those times, it's a touchdown.
Mm-hmm.
The difference now is he's not able to get down there because for whatever reason, he's pressing and he's like, oh, he might be open. This will be a big play, as opposed to, he's not open. Check down to Travis Kelce. Oh, he's not open.
Yeah.
Check
the
down
allure
to
Clyde's is the infrequency of their connection. That's the allure, because their infrequency of the connection leads to their success of their connection. Now, you make it more frequent, like you got Patrick Mahomes trying to sling the ball to Tyreek Hill 7-8 times a game. or a quarter even, yeah, it's an issue. Like that's not gonna work. And that's why you have Travis Kelce, frequently getting the ball more often than any other receiver in the court. Because Travis Kelce is the workhorse of the pass game.
Hope y'all right. So I hate to see Mahomes get neutralized and figured out and then just fall off the map. I don't want to see him. I don't want to see him be Josh Freeman.
Nah, he ain't gonna be. He's not gonna be Josh Freeman. It's just if you go back and look at the Chiefs' targets for receivers, Travis Kelce always leads them in targets because he's what sets up Tyreek Hill. It's just teams have finally figured out, if we stop Travis Kelce, we stop this whole offense, and they've stopped him. So the whole offense is in a sputter because Travis Kelce is getting double teamed and rightfully slow. So now Tyreek Hill, when he goes deep, they're able to see it like, because you can't do this, now you're trying to do this, but because you haven't set this up, this won't work.
Yep.
I hope so. I hope so. Pat, don't be Josh Freeman. Number 5. Baby, won't you drive my car? Derek Carr having a historic year. He's doing a nice little pace. He said what?
All right, Mina Kimes.
Listen, Derek Carr out this thing. Hey, look. You can say all you want about the title. Derek Carr been consistent for a good number of years. What, 8 years now? He trying to make up for from past family mistakes. He trying to redeem legacies out here.
That wasn't David Carr's fault. We're not gonna do that either.
Yeah, no. Yeah, no, not really. Not necessarily, no. Was David Carr good? He was all right. But The problem was really the fact of the matter that anytime he snapped the ball, he was immediately getting sacked in the process of snapping the ball. That's an issue that was never resolved. So
that's why I said he's trying to make amends. That's why I said he's trying to make amends for family history.
Well, that's his fault.
I didn't say it's his fault. All I said was he's trying to make amends for family history. I didn't say it's his fault.
I'm saying that there wouldn't be need for amends to be made if David Carr played in the Raiders that Derek plays in. They're essentially the same quarterback. Derek's just in a better situation. Trust me.
Listen, I'm just saying that we need to really keep our eyes on Derek Carr because ever since you know who has left, 1-2 straight. Now, granted, one of them wins came against my Eagles, and we ain't good. But hey, he been consistent before that, so
Oh, that reminds me. I'm glad you brought up. I'm glad you try to avoid it because we got to face it now. Since I'm bringing it up, apparently there was like an article or something like that of John Gruden sending a head of the league message, pretty much saying the truth, the entire truth will come to light. So I don't think that this investigation or like this whole John Gruden getting fired shit is over. I think this is the string that when you pull the string out of a fabric and like it just fucks up the rest of your shorts and shit. I think Gruden resigning or being found out in general was the string and the fabric has been pulled. So, as I said a couple weeks ago, keep an eye on that.
Hey, that's fine. I'm just saying, let's pay some attention. Derek Carr gave us some respect. And that's inside the 5.
I don't want to do final thoughts this week because it's late as hell and I still haven't eaten. So let's just go ahead and bring it on home.
That's what you mean. That being said, my name is Kenneth Whitaker, aka Henry Solo, and as I agree with the time, I'm not going to do bits. I'm just going to name the AKAs because I am very excited. I'll do that.
No 23 Skidoo. We're in a rush.
Yeah, we're not doing that. AKA the Last Black Jedi. Do or do not. There is no try. Hit the lightsaber sound.
Yep. Yeah.
AKA Mr. Ghost Vodka. I was gonna go down on her for like several hours. She'll love that. Then I drive up the side of her leg.
Hey, nah, this motherfucker itself was problematic as fuck.
Yeah, he was. AKA Nacho Man, I'm a savage. You know that. Oh yeah, me Gene, I'm tired. Dig it. I'm going to sleep. Oh yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is Nacho Man. I'm a savage, live from his bedroom. I'm sleeping in another room. I'm not doing this tonight. Back to you, Gorilla.
Why are my sheets dirty? Yeah.
Ew.
Yeah, ill indeed. You gotta watch those. AKA the very sexual, the very tight. Austin Powers Faja.
Wait, is Faja?
Yeah, that is Faja.
Factor.
You mean I actually have sharks with freaking laser beams attached to their freaking head? Cool.
All right. Bring it on home. My name is Carlos Crawford, a.k.a. Down Bad BBL's You
What?
Stone Cold.
What?
Stone Cold. What part of Stone Cold do you understand? That piece of trash.
What?
So, that's what it means. You know?
What?
The bottom line. The bottom line, old Stone Cold is one of the road. And that's the bottom line. What? Because old Stone Cold said so. Where were you on the what?
Oh, it was breaking up. So I just
So you mean to tell me this isn't lagging and you just been for the past? You're an asshole.
I mean, it's lagging now.
I did one for Stack Miller, so we're just going to skip that this week. Hey. Okay. Now coming to bad, Ken Spliffy Jr. Spliffy Jr. has been smoking through the championship series, literally and figuratively, bagging 7 RBIs, 4 stolen bases, and 9 blunts burned. He's going crazy.
That's a high you can't come down from, Bob.
Absolutely not. AKA the idiom savant. You know what I hate about the wrestling community? People so up in arms about which company's better. Watch one or both, but you scaring the hose, bro. Two idioms right there. Up in arms, scaring the hose. And to bring it on home, AKA Hey Stat West. All right, so we'll pick them off. Everyone gets a man. Okay, here's how we'll do this. Give me the head. Way I sees it, I take the leader first. Things get a bit easier for you all. But this hit has to happen on the same day as the second the command is hit. I'm fixing to start the day of confusion. Who wants to end their day in hell? If anything, I should be taking out the leader due to seniority. If that's the case, I should be taking the leader. This isn't our mission. We're helping our sons, Missy. Don't you stop me, Rooster. I'm the one that's kept this family alive all these years. Mama, I'm taking the leader, and you're going to take their second. Why? Because you're going to get the job done before they even react to their leader going down. And that's what we need to accomplish, you see. Fine. But who in the hell are going to do the rest of it? Well, Sheriff takes the last man standing because he loves an easy job. I really do. Give Hoss a challenge and put him third. Moose fourth, Bianca fifth, Dan sixth, Sweet Lou and Smoking Joe cleans up. We need this done and in a quick span of time before they can further terrorize the city too. So let's actually get down to the planning. And ladies and gentlemen, that was episode 160. Like us on Facebook, subscribe to us on Facebook, and above all else, watch the goddamn product.
Yeah.
We off this.
We out.